Welcome to the Nerd Party.
Hello, I'm Charlene Schmidt.
I'm Patrick Schmidt.
We just got done watching In the Shadow of Zahadum, episode 16 of season 2 of Babylon 5, and let's babble for 5. Morden is supposed to be dead. Veer wants him dead. Is this episode trying to tell us something?
He's living somewhere in this weird space between life and death, which is kind of interesting. I think his body has been subsumed.
Ooh. Yeah. That explains the creep factor.
Yes. Yes, he is no longer human, at least fully. His capsule may be human, but he is not.
We know that Morden is associated with the shadows. Mm-hmm. Is he a shadow?
I don't know enough about how the shadow works to understand fully how that comes together. I don't know if the shadow is one big shadow or a bunch of multiple shadows with...
Okay, meaning it's sort of like a big collective,
right,
or little individuals.
Right, that's what I don't know.
So let's take a step back and talk about the fact that we get this massive info dump that connects so many pieces of things that we've gotten from the first season and especially the second season, and now do a lot of things start making a lot more sense.
Yes. I mean, normally the info dump method is something I despise.
Yeah.
But the way it came about in this particular episode actually kind of worked.
It's severely effective here just because, dang it, we need some answers.
Yes, but also this is how Sheridan found out about it.
Right, as well as us. And speaking of which, Sheridan, alternate episode title, Sheridan goes back crazy in this one. The news of the Icarus and Morden being alive turns his world upside down. This is a side we've not really seen of Sheridan before. A little unleashed. He says in this episode he cared about two things more than anything in the whole world in his whole life, his career and his wife. When one of those was gone, he focused on the other, and then suddenly maybe what he's been telling himself all this time just isn't true, and it's possible she is alive. Now this raises a lot of freaking questions. Well, what about Anna now?
Oh no.
He's
gonna go to Zimbabwe. And he's gonna...
No. It's not Zimbabwe.
It's, okay, whatever.
Zahadum.
Okay, he's gonna go to...
Zahadum.
Anna's gonna have been subsumed. He's gonna have to shoot her.
Oh, so do you think that's what's gonna happen when he goes to Zahadum? Because it sounds like he's very confident in this idea that, yeah, he's going to Zahadum. Despite Kasha's warning, if you go to Zahadum, you will die. You know, honestly, I'm at a point where I'm going to listen to the Vorlon here.
Seriously.
He kind of knows what he's talking about.
Has he ever been wrong?
No.
Exactly. Moral of the story, never fall in love, kids.
So let's jump over now to the B plot where we've got this guy from the Ministry of Peace.
Oh, yeah.
What is more frightening than just the fact that this whole thing exists is this Nightwatch thing, and at the end... Zack Allan has signed up because, hey, what's 50 credits?
Cult alert. Cults sirens are going off above my head right now.
You're stuck on this cult thing. Now, I do not think this is a cult. No, this is much more dire.
Well, yeah.
The Nightwatch gives me a horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach as if I've gotten food poisoning.
Yeah.
So, wrapping all of these things, trying to tie it together, Zack says a pretty cool thing here in this episode. How many lives are a secret worth? Or something to that effect. Really, this ties into what Sheridan knows now, and the fact that those secrets are now part of him. He has to keep them for the time being. That's going to weigh on the guy.
It's only a matter of time before he breaks. You saw him under pressure in this episode in a new kind of way.
Yeah.
And he didn't handle it well. This kind of secret is going to be the kind of thing that is going to exploit that weakness in him.
And especially when confronted by the people that he does need and trust the most, Ivanova and Garibaldi, is this going to continue to escalate? Are they going to have to assert whatever power they have?
Yeah, he's not stable. And I wouldn't have said that before, but definitely I see it now. There's not a lot of stability from him. And if you're going to be the captain of Babylon 5, you got to be able to handle these kinds of secrets. And I don't know that he can.
If nothing else, we know that Anna Sheridan is John Sheridan's Achilles heel. Last thing, Veer kicking this episode off in a beautiful fashion. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. I think this is like the best we've gotten from Veer so far in the series, and I can't wait for more of this guy.
Veer is finally Veer.
Is he Veer?
He's finally Veer.
It's happened! It's happened! It's done! No more Flounder.
No more Flounder. He is Veer.
Well, that'll probably do it for In the Shadow of Zahadum. There's a lot to cram into this episode,
Seriously.
Lots to process, lots to think about, lots to talk about, lots to condense into 5 minutes.
Exactly. And so what we've done here is we've condensed it to 5 minutes. So you should really like and subscribe for further episodes because you know we can do it.
And chances are we had to cut something out. So you know what? Not everything might have made it into our discussion. Let's continue it in the comments. Please join us. Just don't spoil anything after this episode. And to be honest, I think it's getting harder and harder just because the story is getting that much more involved.
Also, for you first-timers, you have nothing to worry about as far as spoilers go. No. So hit me up. I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, what are you thinking? What are your hypotheses? Patrick shared his. Let's hear yours.